You are looking forward towards passing that Maryland real estate exam, or you already have your real estate license. This video is going to be a summary of what was discussed during the Public Maryland Real Estate Commission meeting in April 2024. The meeting was held on Wednesday, April the 24th, 2024. I strongly suggest that you make the effort to attend the next meeting. Visit their website on May the 15th to attend their meeting. They usually start at 10:30 Eastern. The first report that was presented was on the education side, my favorite. This summary was presented by the vice chairperson, and here are the numbers. We have 934 individuals went to take the salesperson exam March 2024. Review: a salesperson qualifies by being over 18, completed 60 hours of the licensing course, and now is going to be taking the exam. If they're licensed in another state, please check out another video that's going to share with you what you need to do in order to add Maryland as another real estate license that you have. 275 individuals went to take the national part of the exam for the first time. 90 of those individuals passed. Congratulations. We now need to focus on this exam. If you're curious to find out the breakdown of the topics, check out this video. We shall also put it in the description. What are you exposed to? On the salesperson side, you'll be exposed to 80 questions. They are multiple choice, and 30 questions on the Maryland real estate part of the exam. Now let's look at the numbers on the Maryland part of the exam, which again is 30 questions. 48 individuals went to take the Maryland part of the exam for the salesperson, which offers 30 questions. From that 48, 32 passed the first try. Congratulations to you as well. Some of us are looking to upgrade our responsibility to where we want to be the broker or associate broker, and that associate broker at some point in the future could always become a broker. What are the requirements for this individual? They have been licensed for 3 years as a salesperson. They have completed the 135-hour course, and now they're going to be exposed to the exam, and they need to pass in order to get this license. The individuals who went to take the exam, here are the results. The broker exam offers 75 questions on the national side and then 40 questions on the Maryland law. For the individuals who went to take the broker exam in the month of March 2024, we have 52, significantly lower than 104 who went to take it in March 2023. 8 individuals went to take the exam for the first time, the national part of the broker exam, with 75 questions. 4 passed the first try. Congratulations to you. We do need to now check out on the Maryland part of the broker exam, which offers 40 questions. 8 individuals went to tackle that part of the exam for the first time. 2 passed the first try. Congratulations. Again, this includes anyone who's taken the broker course, 135 hours, or maybe there's some individuals already licensed in another state and now all they need to do is to take the exam. Let's make sure you pass the Maryland law part of the exam with 6 topics. 30 questions on the salesperson, 40 questions on the broker exam. We have an ebook for you. Check out at our website, trainingwithbrenda.com. It offers you detailed explanation of all the topics, videos, practice questions. All the best. Total individuals that are now ready to get their license, either as a salesperson or associate broker or broker in the month of March, totaled 275 individuals. I hope to meet you in one of our continuing education courses. To the salespeople, definitely interview and decide which company you're going to work for, because as you know, there's a time limit. The time limit is that you have 1 year from the date you pass both parts of the exam to affiliate or to decide, are you going to become a broker or you're going to be an affiliate broker an associate broker. And an associate broker just means that this individual is still affiliated with a broker. You have 1 year to make that decision. Otherwise, yes, this is painful part. You will need to take that class again. I know you do not want to do that, so definitely start interviewing or deciding what you're going to do as soon as it is possible. Your license is valid for 2 years. To renew it, one of the requirements is to complete continuing education credits. Here's where we're going to review what is required or expected. Those of us who have been licensed prior to a certain specific date, which is October 1st, 2023, and you're a salesperson, then you have a minimum of 15 hours that you need to complete as long as the courses are approved as continuing education by the Realistic Commission. Here's a breakdown. Legislative topic, Category A, 3 hours. Category D, Code of Ethics, 3 hours. Brokerage Relationship and Disclosure, Category H, 3 hours. 1.5 hours of Fair Housing, Category C. You then have elective topics, minimum of 4.5 hours. Individuals who have upgraded their responsibilities and they are a broker, team leader, or manager. In review, we have 4 topics that are similar to the salesperson. What is different for you is that you will need to take broker supervision, Category I, 3 hours, and then you're left with a minimum of 1.5 hours. This is all minimum, total 15 hours. There's certain individuals who are getting their license after October 1st, 2023. To that individual, and also to the individual who's studying to pass the exam, the continuing education credits that you will need, minimum of 15 hours, entail contracts, Category J, principles of real estate practice, Category L. This covers advertising, deposits, condo and HOA rules. 3 hours, brokerage relationship and disclosure, seller disclosure. We shall highlight that class. Category K, 3 hours. Property management, Category M, 3 hours. Leaving 1.5 hours under professionalism, Category N. And lastly, real estate financing, Category O, 1.5 hours. Something special about the course, brokerage relationship and disclosure, seller disclosure, Category K. Why? This one is still being worked on by the Realistic Commission, and where we're headed is that any individual that will take this course, whether they have been licensed prior to October 1st, 2023, or they have been licensed after October 1st, 2023, it is still part of your minimum 15 hours is that we are able to just take one course. So where we're headed is this course will be in effect for both individuals licensed prior to and after October 1st, 2023. The content is going to be released by the Realistic Commission. They are pegging to share the outline, which is completed in the month of May. So definitely attend that particular meeting. And then from there, we shall have training for an individual such as myself to be able to teach that course. The Executive Director, Interim Raquel Myers, will usually share their report. We start off with how many individuals are licensed in Maryland. We have 48,935. Here's a breakdown. 40,629 are salespeople. 3,185 are associate brokers. Brokers are 4,318. We talk about the Guaranty Fund. This is the fund that we contribute into when we get our initial license. As a salesperson, the first time that you get your salesperson license, you will contribute into this fund. Same, the first time you become an associate broker or broker, you will contribute $20 into this fund. The maximum that the public can get out of it is $50,000. Each month, they will report how much is in this particular fund. Currently, it is $1,348,934. Couple of things to review and let you know where we stand that we mentioned in previous meetings. I encourage you to check out those videos. The first one that we're going to go through is complaints right now are only being mailed. We had the option to do it online, and after review, they found that a lot of the complaints that were tagged as open were not complete. The person did not supply all the documents in order to proceed to the next step. So for now, it was shifted to the mail-in option, which led to some results that we're going to discuss shortly. And the next thing we're going to talk about is when the new fees are going to be in effect. Hint, the fees are increasing. Let's start with the complaints. The numbers significantly dropped. So the complaints tagged right now still open are 356 versus last year 837. Yes, that's a big drop. And this is twofold. One, they're trying to clean up the opened ones, any ones that are not complete, I guess were pegged closed. And then because it is being mailed, some people now are finding that as being an extra step to file a complaint because you have to now mail it. They're going to track it. In the future, they hope that we shall have both options. The person can mail and still be able to do it online. The delay right now is that the system is not able to accommodate any of the large files that might be needed to be uploaded into their platform. The fees, yes, the process has been done. It is now complete. They mentioned that they were going to be in effect as of today, April the 29th. I checked their website. It's not displaying there yet. So what I'm going to let you know is that the fees are definitely changing sometime in May. The link and a preview of what it's going to be will be in the show notes or the description. However, let me summarize some of the amounts. The first time that you're going to be getting your salesperson license, the amount is going to be $101. As a broker, that fee will be $213. On the renewal side, as a salesperson, it will be $78. As a broker, it shall be $191. Don't get too comfortable with these prices because they are going to be increasing them again with 12.5% sometime in the future. An update to do with the laws. It's important for us to know what's coming in order as we are working with our clients and also our future clients, the consumer, we need to know what might be of interest to them. Here's a summary of some of them. A full report can be found on the Maryland Realtors website. This conversation to do with the residential property disclosure disclaimer statement continues. They're supposed to be updating this statement to include the conversation of holding tanks. The other conversation is on radon test, where it continues. They've had this conversation for maybe the last 6 months. And so where we are is projecting for this to be in effect in 2025. So right now they're gathering the information that they need. In May, they're going to have guest speakers speak on this particular topic. So if you want to know the details of it, I definitely encourage you to attend the meeting on May the 15th. The other one that continues is having background and fingerprint checks. They are proposing that this will be not only for new licensees, but also any individual who's renewing. This one, they're looking to have it sometime in 2026. However, stay tuned and you'll be hearing how far it progresses. What are the other laws that are of interest to us that will be coming into effect October the 1st, 2024? The first one that I will go through is the one that is Senate Bill 542, enhances clarity in our brokerage agreement, whether it's a listing agreement on the seller-landlord side or the buyer-tenant agreement, which is going to have more clarity and transparency when it comes to the compensation and also the termination of these agreements. House Bill 709, this was somehow fixed finally, where for some reason a broker could only supervise one office. In terms of if the broker also wants to manage an office, they could only do one, yet a branch manager could manage more than one office. So now they made it, yes, the broker is the one supervising all the individuals in the company. So why is it they cannot supervise more than one office as a branch manager? So that is going to be in effect October 1st, 2024. The other one of interest is for all of us, whether you're looking to pass the real estate exam or you already have one, you know the topic of continuing education is one that you need to know. If you want to review the summary or the breakdown, definitely rewind and listen to the breakdown of the courses that we need. I covered that earlier. However, Senate Bill 564 is the one that's going to be in place that we need to have our continuing education completed within 30 days prior to the expiration of our license. So if my license expires on December 26, 2024, I will need to complete my continuing education credits, minimum of 15 hours, 30 days prior to that. This one is pegged to be in effect October the 1st, 2024. The other one that might be of interest to you is we shall be able to submit complaints to do with only the topic of advertising anonymously. Senate Bill 461, you can check out the details on that, is going to be in effect October 1st, 2024. Usually at the end of the meeting, the chairperson is going to remind us of a couple of things that they're seeing based on the complaints. The two that stand out is listing agent, buyer agent. Both of us need to confirm that the deposit is where it's supposed to be and that it has cleared. And then on the other side is when you, the consumer, the public, are connecting with me, a licensee, to see a house, I cannot just share the access and I'm not present unless I have permission. So we're not to share access to the property without permission. It is strongly encouraged that the licensee is present to have security of the seller's property or the landlord's property. That is a summary of the meeting. I hope you're going to join me as I attend the meeting on May the 15th. If not, check out the minutes when they are posted, or I will see you in a future continuing education course. If you're working on passing your exam, I wish you all the success. Take care.